Girl, let me hold ya. Put me ting all around ya. Make me feel like I own ya. Kill the pun like a warrior. Kill the pun like. Girl, I gotta.
What's up? It's your girl SIMONE, SHARICE, and today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I installed my 10-minute sewn. So I love sew-ins, and it's kind of like what I started off doing. So I love to always just kind of go back and just find easier ways on how to really install your sew-in and how to do a sew-in and how to just make your life easier, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do a sew-in using the 10-minute sew-in. Also, I'm gonna be showing you guys a brand new method on how to install your closures. Now, I haven't used a closure in so long, so when I seen this new technique, I was like, all right, I gotta show my audience how to definitely install this closure. So it's called the lay flat closure. It comes with these like little tabs all around that allow you to pretty much sew on your closure in as easy as possible and making it as flat as possible. I'm excited to show you guys that. Enough of me talking. Go ahead and watch the video, and towards the end we will meet up and I will tell you my thoughts when I thought of everything. So here I am starting off on a freshly cleaned head. As you can see, my edges are laid back because I went ahead and I used some edge control from Lovely Bees, which I've been using in like my last 10 videos. So go ahead and check out that link down below. To get started, I did go ahead and part my hair on the side because I will be having a side part. And I went ahead and brushed out my little fuzzy edges. Okay, I'm not gonna call them baby hair, I'm gonna call them edges. All right, guys, so starting off with the first braid, I'm gonna tell you guys this from now. The first 4 braids on both sides of that part will be skinny because you want your closure to lay flat. Try to avoid putting larger braids in the front because, guys, it will be bulky, okay? So to get to the next braid, I am going to be connecting all the braids to one another. Now, if you do have long hair though, this may be a little bit of an issue because you do not want the sides to be bulky. So what I suggest is to take each individual braid, like the end piece that's hanging, and connect each braid to that cornrow. That should take away from the bulkiness because you do not want it to be, just not lay as flat as it should be. So let's get into the sewing, guys. Now you guys know I have been on the wig trail, okay, the wig lifestyle for so long. But you know what? I've really been craving like a really good sewing. It's just I don't feel like putting in the time to actually do the sewing. But there are benefits to a sewing. I will say that. And that's what I miss. I miss the whole natural look. I miss the whole being able to touch my damn scalp or just not having a wig, not having a wig on. So I was kind of really happy to just go back to my sewing days. And the benefit with this one though is I can itch my scalp and I can grease my scalp and I can wash my hair. A lot of times when you are doing sew-ins or whatever and you do put a net underneath, you can't really get easy access to your scalp, and that's a problem that I always had. And the other problem that I always had was it just takes too much damn time. It takes so much time, and I think that's what just started turning me off. It was I did not, especially when you're doing it by yourself at home, it takes a lot of time for you to do a sewing. You're talking about 2 to not even 2 hours. You're talking about 3 to a good 6 hours if you're doing it by yourself and you're just taking your time, and a lot of arm strength goes into that. And I kind of just wanted a huge break from it. That's what I liked about wigs. So I kind of took a break from sewing for that reason. But being introduced back to the 10-minute sewing kind of just reminded me of why I can go back to sewings and why I would love a product just like this. This is my end pattern and it looks really nice and neat. I want to show you guys the full 360. I didn't sew up the part that was hanging. I went ahead and I pinned it up. As you can see, I have the gold pin right there. You can sew it up if you want. It's totally up to you. But I didn't want to. I'm gonna go ahead and just dye the hair. I want to add a little bit of color to it. The first video, I didn't dye the hair, because I just didn't want to, but I wanted to know if it could dye because all you guys asked me that in the comments last time. So here you can see I am dyeing it. I bleached it. I processed it for 2 hours. So I did this process about 2 times. And then I blow dried it before I got to the next process. And here we are going ahead with the last setting. I also bleached the knots. You don't have to, but I went ahead and I wanted to, and here I am just blow drying it. And I love the color. The result came out amazing. And then I blow dried it, put a little bit of oil on that bad boy, and here I am. Alright guys, so here is the 10-minute sewing, the actual unit. And I want to show you guys how breathable it is. You can put your fingers through it, you can grease your scalp, you can moisturize, and boom, this is how it looks. Let's go ahead and get into the closure. So you see these little black tabs, right? Those are going to make your life so much easier, okay? So take note on how I have it laid on the side of my braid, okay? Because that's where we're going to sew it. And the black tabs help you to kind of make your sewing just lay very, very, very flat. So it's the 10-minute sewing's new technique, and honestly, I love it because I wear front tools so much. So to go back to closures, this made my life so much easier. So I'm pretty much sewing through the net and I'm sewing through the braid, okay? I'm sewing through both at the same time. Here's a little slow-mo for you guys, a little slow-mo. And I braid one side first, obviously, and I braid the other side. I used 2 different needles. I didn't take this needle and bring it to the other side. You could have, but for me it was just easier to sew on this side, start off, and then go on to the other side with a brand new needle. So, you know. Now I'm just like trying to get my little edges in place. Just brushing it back and making it nice and smooth. A lot of times right here is the issue when it comes to like your closures. A lot of times like it won't lay flat or just will not stay. So the point of this string right here, like this piece of net on the closure, which comes on the closure already sewn, the point of it is you can pull it tighter and it makes it lay really flat, as you can see. So that's kind of the point of what these black tabs are. As you see, I sewed this side down already, and I'm going to go ahead and sew down right here before I go ahead and go all the way around. Actually, it works a lot. It actually makes a huge difference. The mesh part, like how it's laying down flat. Usually with closures, I have such an issue because it won't lay flat, and that part is so annoying for me. So this actually makes a huge difference to have these black tabs pulling it down so that it can go ahead and stay tight. I'm going to sew actually on these black tabs right here. Install the 10-minute sewing unit. So right here is where we are going to sew along. This is how it looks, and then we're going to go ahead and sew along these black tabs, and then we're going to take this, go around our heads. I made my camera brighter so that you guys can see. So see, it kind of meets up. And now for my edges, I'm just gonna go ahead and tame them things because they look a little crazy. Now I like this messy look, but I just wanted to go in and just kind of like neaten it up a little bit. So I went ahead with my curling iron, as I mentioned before, and yeah, this is pretty much my end result. So I loved it. I don't know about you guys, but I loved it. Alright guys, so I'm very curious to know what you guys thought about the actual lace closure, like new technique-ish / method, and about the whole 10-minute sewing. I kind of want to talk about and touch on a little bit of the benefits of the 10-minute sewing, because I know in the last video you guys were like, oh my god, it's a U-part wig. And I'm like, bruh, it's not a U-part wig. Like, it is a whole different thing. Like, a U-part wig, you don't really have much access to your scalp, and it's not really as easy to put on, and it's not really intended for it to be sewn onto your head, okay? A U-part wig. With the 10-minute sewing, you can literally, like, you're supposed to sew it down because it's a sew-in. And if you guys know, a sew-in takes like 2 to 4 hours or even longer, okay, if you're doing it by yourself at home. So the benefit of this is, like, if you're at home and you're like an everyday person that cannot really do their hair, this is really benefiting, because instead of taking 2 to 4 hours, it's taking you 10 minutes to actually install it. So I did it before in my first video and I actually really liked it. Another thing is this hair is a kinky texture, and in the first video it was also a kinky texture, you know? So I didn't know if it could, like, I wasn't sure if it could color, but then I found out that it could. So I wanted to go ahead and put it to the test myself. So I went ahead and I colored it, and it came out really pretty, actually. Like, it came out good. The hair still is nice and soft and has like a really good feel to it. One more thing about the closure that I love is the part. That part looks so good. Like, it looks really good. I plucked it a little bit, but I love how the part just looks realistic on its own. Like, yes, I went ahead and I bleached the knots as well, as I showed you guys, but I love how it just, some closures, you don't have to do nothing to it besides a little bit of tweaks. And this one, that's that. You don't gotta do anything but just tweak it a little bit, and it looks good. I have no foundation on this. Like, I swear to you guys, nothing. But I like it. My big hair. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.